Shalom, this is your Ark. Yah is magnified, coming back with another informative video. I titled this video, Agents Are Governed by Rules. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All of my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth, nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so as you all know, for everybody that's been following my channel and watching all my videos and stuff like that, I did a video called Bind the Agent. Okay, that video went over most people's heads because they don't simply understand the simple, rules that govern when dealing with contracts and going against these agencies, okay? So, in that video, I tell you all to bind the agent because the agent is the one that does all this bidding for the agency. Okay, without the agency will not exist. Okay, it's the agent that comes into the court and stand beside your child's mom to represent the agency. The agency cannot appear in court. Why? Because the agency only exists on paper. Okay, the agent only exists on paper as well. But you have, a man or a woman who went from being a man and a woman to accepting a role as, becoming a United States citizen. So they have a social security card and a birth certificate. And when they apply for employment to the agency, they show that birth certificate and social security card to prove that they gain pieces that they can use to participate in commerce. So once they show those documents to the agency says, okay, cool, you can act on behalf of this name. Okay, you are now the legal person. So we can bring you in to do its bidding for the legal person, which is another fiction as well. But most people don't understand this simple truth, so they want to make it harder than what it is. Okay, so when you're fighting against the agency, you're not going to send a letter to the agency. No. The agency cannot respond back. Okay? You have to send it to someone who's acting on behalf of the agency. You have to deal with the agents. Why? Because it's them that's sending off the documents. It's them that's bringing you to court. It's them that help your child's mom receive the services. Okay? When your child's mom went to the agency, she spoke with an agent. She didn't speak to the agency. Why? Because the agency can't talk, can't walk, they don't have any lips, it only exists on paper. So she went down, spoke to the agent, and the agent helped her fill out her application and approved her application. Okay? So if the agent approved her application, then the agent can do what? It can also annul the application, deny the application. Why? Because the agent is the one who handles the contract, not the agency. The agent does it on behalf of the agency, okay? It's that simple. So now let's read the definition for agency. Agency includes every relation in which one person acts for or represents another by letters authority. Okay? So it's plain and simple. It is when one person acts on behalf of another or represents another. Okay? So now let's continue reading. It says when one person acts for another. So we know that the agent acts, which is also a person. Okay? Straw man, ends, leaguers, same thing. It's a person that acts for another. So you have that person acting on behalf for another, which would be the agency. Then it says either in the relationship of principal and agent, master and servant, or employer or proprietor and independent contractor. You see what I mean? So, again, agencies can only act through its agents. Someone got to be acting on behalf of it. The agency cannot move. The agency is not bringing you to court. It's the agents bringing you to court on behalf of the agencies. Okay? And it's your child's mom that went down there and applied for a service using the agent for the agency, okay? Or to receive services from the agency, but she had to apply for the services through the agent. Okay, so I'm trying to let you all know who to attack. Don't just be attacking the agency. You get nowhere with that. But let's continue. It says, properly speaking, agencies relate to commercial or business transactions. So for all the people who saying that child support is not a commercial debt, that's a lie, because an agency, the term agency itself means it's dealing with business transactions. So if it's dealing with business transactions, then it's governed underneath the Uniform Commercial Codes. It's no different than any other commercial debt. That's why they report it in your credit report and everything else. Okay? So again, once your child mom go down there and apply, then your fight is no longer with her. You know, I mean, you can beg her to take you off if that's what you want to do, but she not gonna listen to that until you prove that you about that work. Then she may do it. But until then, you have to fight. You have to fight to get off, man. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna help you get off. Ain't nobody can go in there and talk for you all. You all gotta go in there and talk for yourself. You know? I'm only here to lead y'all to the door. Y'all have to walk through it and just do what I say. Because if you don't, then you're gonna hinder yourself. Okay? So you must fight. Like I say, I'm here to bring all facts, truth, and proof. But let's drill down. Let's pick this up at agency relationship. It says an employment for purposes of representation and establishing legal relations between principal and third persons. So again, you need someone to act on behalf of the agency. Okay? So let's go to agent. Agent, a person authorized by another to act for him. You see? But let's continue. One entrusted with another's business. Let's continue. That's case law to back that up. It says one who represents and acts for another under the contract or relations of agencies. Let's continue. A business representative whose functions is to bring about, modify, affect, accept performance of, or terminate contractual obligations between principal and third person. So who can terminate contract obligations? The agent can terminate contract obligations. Okay? Not the agency. The agent terminates contract obligations. So again, bind the agent. When I make my videos, man, I don't be trying to give y'all everything, but I give y'all more than enough to help y'all out. More than enough. So again, let's read it again. Or terminate contractual obligations between principals and third persons. That's what the agent can do. And when they bring you to court, to do what? Hold on. They bring you to court to do what? Modify. They want you to modify the what? The contractual obligations. The agent is doing it. Okay? So, now, if you're bringing them to court, then you can bring the agent to court. But the agent ain't the one with the money. The agency is the one with the money. So if you're going to sue, you sue the agency. Okay? Or the state. Okay? Because in certain states, you must name the state as a party to the suit, not just the agency. Or you will lose that suit. Okay? So make sure y'all follow the rules. Like I tell y'all, before you file your suit, follow your rules, read the laws, so you won't be stuck, when you're going through certain things, okay? So now, with that being said, let's go watch one of my videos I always watch, man. One of my favorite movies. This movie is The Matrix, my favorite movie. And let's hear Morpheus tell Neo about the agent. So let's go there.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand.
So again, the whole system he just named, that was all commerce. Okay? He named all commercial businesses or jobs. Okay? People making money. commercial. So it's that commercial system that has us all in this bind, when we're dealing with these agencies, okay? But let's continue.
Understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it.
You heard what he said. So many people are so hopelessly dependent on this system, they will do anything to protect it, not knowing that the same thing they are protecting are basically enslaving them. Okay? This is why this is my favorite movie, man. Or should I say one of my favorite movies. It's too much knowledge in this movie, man, that just a lot of people are not really paying attention. Go back and watch this movie, man. If this movie don't open your eyes up to what's really going on, especially all the guys that's watching my videos, now that y'all watching my videos, man, it'll explain a lot. And the real reason why I tell you all, you can enter in and out of commerce as you will. If you don't feel like playing the game, don't play the game. If you want to play the game, play the game. You don't have to, be that name when you don't want to be that name. Plain and simple. You can use the game piece when you want to. If you don't want to use it, stop playing the game. That's it. That's all. But let's continue.
Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? I was... Look again. Freeze it.
See, the woman in the red dress is all the distractions that they got going on to keep people from waking up to this truth. But let's continue.
This isn't the Matrix? No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you are one of them. What?
You heard what he said? If you're not one of us, then you're one of them. But hold on, let's continue. He's about to tell him exactly what he is.
Are they? Sentient programs. They can move in and out of any software still hardwired to their system. That means that anyone we haven't unplugged is potentially an agent.
So anyone they haven't unplugged is potentially an agent. So that's why when you tell people that, hey, I'm about to fight this agency, boom, first thing they do is give you backlash. What they just became? They just turned it to the agent. Defending the agency. Defending the corporation. Defending the whole system. That's it. That's all. That's why people backlash every time. They immediately turn into an agent. Discouraging you to going against the system, the same system that has everyone enslaved. Everyone. But let's continue.
Inside the Matrix, they are everyone, and they are no one. We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they...
You heard what he said? People survive the Matrix by hiding from them and running from them. Hiding from what? The agents. And running from the agents. So, you have people that say, send the mail back. Is that not running and hiding from the agent? Nah. We don't do that. We face these people head on, man. But let's continue.
They are the gatekeepers. They are guarding all the doors. They are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
You heard what he said? Sooner or later, someone will have to fight them. So if you tired of being on child support, then you have to fight the agent. Okay? Who's doing the contracts and bidding for the agency. So let's go back and hear that again.
They are guarding all the doors. They are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them. Someone. I won't lie to you, Neo. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
So what do you say? Everyone who fought an agent basically died. But in this case, basically lost. But where they failed at, you will succeed. That was me. Where people failed at, I succeeded. And other brothers I helped succeeded as well. Why? because they got tired of running, seeing what was happening, and act on it. But let's continue. Let's go back here one more time.
But they are the gatekeepers. They are guarding all the doors, they are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you, Neo. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
Why?
I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
Now, did y'all get that? Did y'all just get that? He said that they have all this power, but even with all that power, they're governed by rules. Okay? And he said, even with all that, they can never be as good as you or as powerful as you. Why? Because Neo is the one, also a man. So the rules that apply to the fictions don't apply to a man, unless that man choose to be a fiction. That's it. That's all. But let's go back.
Tire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
That's it right there. When you ready, you won't have to. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You don't have to play their games. When you ready, you don't have to keep dodging, running, ducking from these people, sending the mail back, fighting, going to court, arguing. That's what I say, man. It's nothing to argue about. It's nothing to argue about, man. You are a man first before you anything else. And once you realize that, man, life would be so beautiful, man. Life would be so beautiful. That's it. That's all. You are a man first. The Most High made man and one man. Okay? He didn't make persons, custodial parents and non-custodial parents, obligors. Nah, he didn't make none of those. But if you go in there as one, and you say you're one, then you're governed by those rules that govern obligors, persons, legal parents, any other type of title they want to give you. So that's all I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at y'allismagnified@gmail.com. For all my brothers fighting, continue to fight. It's not an easy fight, but it's a fight worth fighting, especially when you win. It gets no sweeter than that, man. Especially when you win. Okay, so all my brothers going through it, man, keep y'all heads up. Alright? There's light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to want to make it to the end. Okay? Don't give up. Alright? When it's getting hard on you, that's because they know that you know. Okay? And some brothers are getting real hard on because they're not fighting back. They're not doing anything, so they're taking them for bad. Okay? So the more you fight, the easier this fight will get. You'll see things start to change. They won't come harassing you and stuff like that as much as they used to. They'll start running from you, because they know that you know what's going on. So again, with that being said, you all have a blessed day. That's it for me.